Let's see here. Guess I could just sneak out using my invisibility ability. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah. Let's see. That guy's turning around. That guy's also about to come out here, though. Ooh, there's definitely something down that way. I want to know what it is.
That's interesting.
Hello. Lots of stuff over here. Alright, what do we have here? Wow, this is going fast. Holy crap. There it is. Wow. That was a difficult one. I definitely need to upgrade my hacking skills. Jeez. What do we got going here? Why, hello. Some special ammo. Camouflage. A silencer MK3? Nice! I was gonna buy one of those. Is there someone coming in here? I guess not. Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade my hacking skills. That was a fairly difficult hack. Perhaps next level I'll put all of my stuff into hacking. Sabotage, I should say. Guess there's nothing else in here. Don't know that I can get out of here on one alone, but let's give it a try. Okay. I just need to get to a spot where they can't see me, that's all. 6 seconds. 3 seconds. Okay. We're good. Hello. I did not see you. I could have missed you. A dossier. Damn. I could have missed that. Now, there's at least a couple guards down there. So, I think I'm gonna wait just a little longer until I have the ability to sneak past them with some invisibility. Otherwise, I'm going to be having some trouble getting to the front door. There's definitely someone down there. Whatever. It won't be too long. Almost there. Just a little longer. No one has to know I was ever here. Simple enough. Dang, if there's things hiding like right there in other missions, I have definitely missed a lot of stuff. I imagine so. Alright. Here we go. Excuse me. Hi there. Guarding the front door, are you? Good night. Nice. Under the radar perk. Gotta check that out. No attention gained in Rome. Awesome. avoided detection completely. I used creative problem solving to flush them out, and there's apparently a lot of new intel available. Sweet. New email too. And new weapons. Or new items anyway. What do we got going here? Wow. A lot of email. What's this? Is this... Yeah, I already did that. Anyway, let's see here. Mina Tang. Hey Mike, a contact of mine put me in touch with a black market dealer in your area. Someone operating under the alias of Liconius. I had you added to the list of approved buyers on his clearinghouse store extension. Hopefully you won't need a small arsenal to get the job done, but if you need weapons and supplies, here's another potential source. Mina. Some Halbeck data. Mr. Leyland, the tunnel ceiling collapsing along the Lefortavo tunnel was indeed due to faulty construction on our end. I'm 99% certain it's due to the epoxy used on the ceiling cement. We went with a short-term adhesive due to its fractional cost, and a sheet came loose. 2 are dead, 1's injured. Don't worry, Chief. I've already got the cover story rolling. The collapse took place near the entrance, and I paid off 3 Moscow news networks to report that a truck drove along the overpass that far exceeded the bridge's posted weight rating. This, they're reporting, is what caused our perfectly safe tunnel to suffer a minor structural anomaly. All that's left is for me to pay off the families of the dead. I'm assuming typical death rates, unless you want to authorize an exception for this one. Will Henderson, VP Eurasia, Public Relations, Halbeck. For the black market, I have some intel containing Halbeck negligence to a fatal tunnel collapse in Moscow. Find me an interested buyer and send me my cut of the proceeds. Halbeck. Mr. Leyland found some interesting reading on a tunnel collapse in Moscow. It's not the bad engineering that makes for good reading, it's the cover-up. I've made copies and can easily hit the delete key. All I need is an untraceable donation to an offshore banking account. Money can't buy you competent civil engineering, but it can buy you my silence. You know, if they had paid for the more expensive stuff, wouldn't they have saved money anyway? Because they wouldn't have to pay off the dead? Whatever. Hello, Miss Lake. Know any good media outlets in Russia? I found some information regarding a Moscow tunnel collapse caused by Halbeck penny pinching. And more interestingly, the cover-up that follows. Figured this might make for an interesting human interest story. M. Thornton. We'll set it to Scarlet. Email enhancement. Ooh, 2 AP. Scarlet likes me. Mina. Hey Mike, Westridge is spending the day at the shooting range, so nobody's looking over my shoulder for the time being. I was going to see if I can't dig up a little on the agents that were in Saudi Arabia with you. Who do you want me to research? Mina. Do Parker. It's always the quiet, antisocial type. Dig around and see what you can find on Parker, assuming he hasn't already covered his tracks. Darcy, let's see. Career veteran, analyst savant, or hyper-ambitious man-child with an influential dad. Find all you can on Darcy. The op lead is the obvious first suspect. Sean's not smart enough to pull this off, and Parker's too spineless and effete. Find out everything you can on Westridge. Parker's more the logical type because he seems like he could hack into some missiles or something and shoot at me, or, you know, try to cover things up. He also said he was a cleaner. Westridge, he's more of a military man. Darcy, he's just annoying. I think it's Parker, honestly. That, or it's Mina, and she's just tricking me. Westridge, just for the hell of it. Archive. Mailer Damon. This email sent from the CIA listening post. Frank, Department of Defense denies it. UK, Israel, and Turkey all deny it. They're not just saying this because they're afraid Saudi Arabia will bitch about missile attacks on their soil. They're genuinely unsure of who fired those missiles. Best theory we have is rival terrorists. That, of course, raises the question, why? And, more importantly, where did they get the missiles? Please tell me one of your guys ordered this hit. At least then we'd know who pulled the trigger. After all, denying fault is way easier than investigating a mystery. Something else from the CIA listening post. Pete, remember the days when we weren't allowed to spy on our own citizens and only had jurisdiction over foreigners? I should thank those terrorists for making my job a lot more fun. On that subject, attached is the Leyland bit I was telling you about. Hope you're not trying to work up a case on this guy. He has more friends in government than a Washington, D.C. whore. Now, don't lecture me about the insecure nature of email and blah blah blah. We're the CIA. We snoop on people's email, not the other way around. Chet. Got some dossier stuff on Leyland. Mina Tang, well done. Mike, I'm glad you were able to get in and out of the listening post without any loss of life. No doubt you have a lot of hate for the government that sold you out, but I'm glad you understand that those men in the listening post are fellow citizens of yours who had no hand in what happened to you. Mina. That's nice, Mina.